Hey guys, today I want to show you how you can make a logo, Facebook banner, and your letterhead on Canva in about 20 minutes. Super easy. I just want to breeze through it so that you guys can get started on this and hopefully get something done today. Remember, done is better than perfect, so try not to sweat this too much. Honestly, if I can do it, you guys can, because I am not a graphic designer. So we are going to share my screen and go to the Canva homepage. It should be up now. So we are on the Canva homepage. This is what it's going to look like when you log in. You'll see that you can search all of their design templates or themes, which is an awesome way to go too, especially if you only have a single industry business and it's easy for you to identify what kind of theme you're going to want to go with. This is really easy. They also have them broken down in whether you want to make Instagram posts, Facebook posts, flyers, etc. So we're going to go ahead and start with our logo today. Logos are kind of the basis for all of the branding that I have done before. You kind of want to keep some kind of consistency wherever possible. So under the list of logos, I really want to look at this and think of it as a consumer. Say I'm looking at all of these and I'm going to be choosing the next company I want to work with based off of this list of logos. So for our example today, we're going to go ahead and do the fitness space. So we're going to be a personal trainer or a gym. And I'm just going to look through this to see which one looks the most fitness-y to me. You can also search for these up in the upper right-hand corner. I'm not really seeing anything I love right off the bat. So let's go ahead and go up here. I'm going to search logos, fitness. There we go. So this brought up logos that have some kind of fitness element. Oh, this is awesome. So in my consumer mind, I love this one. It's the first one that drew my eye. So I'm going to open this, and obviously you're going to need to personalize it. Let's change the colors. Maybe you already have like colors that you want to use. So when you look at these logo templates, look at it more for the feeling that you get off of it or the arrangement more than the colors, because they're easy to change. So we'll start by doing that. Our example gym's colors are going to be orange and yellow. So I am going to choose the orange that I want. We'll come up here. I'm just going to bring it along the slider until I get the exact color I want. If you're a pre-existing brand, you may already have a hex number for, and I believe it's called that, correct me if I'm wrong, for the color tone or the color that you're using, the hue. And that's going to be right here. So you can see this pound sign, FF856. All of these colors have one of those. So this is what you can copy and save somewhere, anywhere, to really have an exact idea of what colors you're using. If you go with Canva Pro, which is what I have, then we can come to the home screen here, go to our brand kit on the left-hand side, and then you'll come down to your brand colors. And you can just search for that, just type it in the same place, and there it is. It's the exact same orange that we're using over here. So that is super handy. It's a really great way to stay consistent. So we'll go ahead and add that. And then we have this changed to this. I don't really want to use a full yellow. Honestly, this grayish doesn't look bad. Let's try black and white. And I like the white a lot too. I think that's really striking. So let's just go with that for now. So let's say I want to change the text. So I just double click on this. You can see we have 3 elements here, but they all move as one. So if I don't like this little barbell up here, I can't move it until I have it selected. Come up to the right-hand side and you can see ungroup. So we'll ungroup those. Now they're 3 separate elements, and I can move them around however I like. Let's say I want to do something like this. Don't judge me for my graphic design skills. There we go. All right, so let's say I want to do something like this. I don't love that. I can also use my arrow keys to get a more precise left and right movement. So I'm going to do that to put it exactly where I want, and we'll just go with there. Perfect. So let's say I love this logo. This is my new logo. I can group these back up so that it won't move around. I can just, put this wherever I want it. And then I come over here and I can do a transparency. I can change this however I want, like that. Great. Okay. Done. Perfect. Locked it in. So this is my logo. From here, we're going to go ahead and make a Facebook banner. So I'm going to download my logo. You can do this two ways. So we're going to download it so that we have it available in this format, in this file. And we're going to resize it. I'm going to come over here and do Facebook cover, which is that banner image. I'm going to click copy and resize. So this will open it. You can see, hopefully, let me change the background color so you can see where it is. So this brought our logo with it essentially, and then made this big banner. So we're going to go ahead and move everything over. By the way, these guidelines that you guys see, so this tells you when you're like dead center on either the image that you're on, the section that you're on, or the image as a whole. So these solid lines are going to indicate when you're halfway on the image as a whole. And I'll try to find where they're like that. So yeah, that's what that looks like when you're there. Otherwise, if you want to line up with another element, you can see, let me see, oh, right there. They'll have dotted lines that come up when you're aligning with another element. So maybe I'll have to ungroup this to show you guys. Okay, there you go. You can see the dotted lines are lining up right in the center with the other text below, just like that. Okay, so I'll highlight these and regroup them so we can move them all around. And I actually don't mind this as like a Facebook banner. I think this looks really cool. It's kind of visually intriguing, so to speak. And then we'll come down to the text on the left-hand side to add whatever our banner text is going to be. Now we can choose these pre-created, they have fonts that go together well. You know, like this one is not a bad one to draw over if you like that look. Then you can just resize it. We'll fill it in with our information. So I'm going to say grand opening, new, oops, new gym. And these are all over the place, so we'll have to ungroup those so you can move them around. There's way up here, that, make it a little smaller, just like that. And then we'll put the date, so we'll put Tuesday. Oh, no, I'm in trouble because I don't know what date Tuesday is. Okay, Tuesday, 7/1/20. All right, there we go. So this is as easy as it is to make a Facebook banner. Now this you can just pop up, and anyone who goes to your Facebook page is going to see this. You can use this on just as a post by itself. You can use it however you want to advertise this grand opening. Okay. So super, super easy, guys. I hope this is like making sense how simple this can be. So then let's take this and we're going to go ahead and make our stationery paper, or this is going to be what you use if you're making like a book or a workbook for people, for example. So I'm going to use this resize option again, and I'll just go to Letterhead. You can see that's 8.5 by 11 inches. So it's standard paper size. It'll copy over to a new tab. Now this is huge comparatively. I'll turn this background black again so you guys can see where it is. So this is our logo on top of this 8.5 by 11 inch paper. Now obviously this doesn't work very well, right? So let's tone our logo way down. I'm just going to put it, I'll leave this black so that you guys can see it a little bit easier. I know it's harder on the recording to see where the edge of the paper is. So let's tone this way down. Let's say this is our logo. We can come down to the text. I want to use, let's say I want to use that same font. I really like this font set, for example, and how it goes with our logo. So I'll bring it over, I'll ungroup it, click off of it, and then I'm going to bring this one up here and say, this is your fitness workbook. And because this doesn't fit, I'm going to drag it over to the right-hand side. We'll make that text smaller. So Control A, select all of it, come over to this font on the left. There we go. I'm going to select all of these others to get them out of the way. And there we go. Perfect. Now these we can choose to use or not. If we really like the way these fonts go together and you wanted to put your name or the year or something like that, then you can just do that. Otherwise, you can just select all of them and hit the delete key and they're gone. So this is a good front page. You can also make it more of a stationary look. So, whoops, I'll get this grouped. Aha. So if you ever have where you're trying to select and group something and it won't let you, that means something inside is already grouped. So I'm going to select the logo, ungroup that, and then select off of it. Select the whole thing with everything again, and then group that. Okay, so here we have our logo all grouped together in one. Okay, so let's take a look. If you want to turn this into actual stationery paper, one thing you can do is go over to Elements on the left-hand side and pull over or just click on this grid. Now this threw it as the whole background, but let's say we want to just make it into kind of a header image for like stationery or something like that. So just a couple options, a couple things we can do with this. I can just drag our logo. So this one that I downloaded, looks like it's not gonna let me do it with the image. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But because we carried this over, it won't let us do it as an image. So we're gonna come down to this one that I downloaded and then just drag it up to upload it. Computer's being slow. Okay, so once it's uploaded, we'll just drag it directly into that little image frame that we made. So I'll double click on this in order to center it the way that I want, and just do it like that. So with white, you guys can see, just throw that together like that. So that's one option. Another option you could do is, so I'll delete that image we just had in there. Over here on the far left-hand side, I'll come to Photos. I want to search fitness. Let's say I want something like this. So you can do something like that as well. Has that orange bracelet I really like, so I type that in. And then put this right in the center, just like that. So however you want to make your stationery look, these are a couple of options. There's millions. And they also have templates for this too. So if you don't want to go based off of your logo, from the home slide here, you can go straight to what we call Letterhead and then fitness. Let's try that. And see what other ones gyms have already. So you can pick something that they've already made. A lot of times this is going to be a little bit different than your brand, but you can get pretty close and then personalize it however you want. So you can see that this dumbbell is a popular theme for them. So you might actually be able to find a whole set that they made with that icon. So whichever way you prefer on that, but essentially we just were able to make a full logo, Facebook banner, and letterhead in not very long at all. So I hope that this has been helpful for you guys. There's a couple other things that I want to show you while we're at it so that you can, you know, play around with it. So I'll delete this and go back to a completely blank document. And then I want to go over to our elements, down to frames for those picture frames, and then down to the letters. Now this is a super cool way to play around with different logos that you can make or other effects that you want to do on your page. So from the letters, I will choose my initials. I'll just throw them out there. You can't see them very well yet. That's okay. So just choose whatever letters you want, then go to Photos on the left-hand side. I want to search, or I can just look for, I kind of like beach stuff. So let's say that I'm making this for my logo. And I really love the colors of this. That's fun, you know, or whatever. That's what I like for my brand. And then I want something kind of similar to that. So you can actually come up here to the search bar, go over on the right-hand side. There's this kind of like dial, you know, filter option, and you can search by color. So I like that color, apply filters, and then these are other ones that have that same color that I had selected in here. So let's say, let's just do this one. It's kind of cool. And I want to change this one on the left a little bit. So we can do, let's do this one. There we go, that's kind of funky. Okay, so again, super, super easy. You just drag over the photos you guys saw, but say I didn't like this one on the left, I can just drag another photo over until I find one that I really like. Double click on it to move it around, choose the positioning or whichever you want to be shown in the frame, which you can see with these little cross lines when you move it here, like that. So you choose whatever you want in the frame, and then there you go. Super, super easy. So, all right. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, so another thing that I can show you how to do real quick is how to do gradients. So we're still in, let's go to the Elements tab and search gradients. And you can see the options you have. Again, you just drag this over I want this to be full size. So I'm going to bring it up into the corner, make it full size. This one I want to position at the back. Well, maybe not. Maybe there's a white there. There we go. So I just sent that white background back. So you can move them around from back to front. You can see there's a to front, forward, backwards, to back. So I have this here. Maybe I do want it over top of the EF actually. So I'm going to reselect that position. I'm going to say forward. So it's over them. I'm going to change the transparency of it. So I'll select it, come over to the transparency, just like that. There we go. And then go over to the colors and play around with that a little bit. So, oh yeah, super funky. There we go. All right. It's hideous. It's awful, but that's okay. It's mine and I love it. All right, so you guys can see how easy that is. Play around with this. You know, truly, the more fun you have with it, the more you'll learn. So just play around, make mistakes until you figure out something that you really, really enjoy. And if you have any questions, just let me know. You can either post on this video or just message them to me, however is easiest, and I can go over it in the comments or in another video. So good luck, you guys. Have fun, and I will talk to you soon.